Welcome to another session of Honest Talk About Women, where you'll learn tips, tricks, and strategies on how to navigate the minefields of dating and relationships. Please click on the like button, comment in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel, as this will help the YouTube algorithm. If you have a story you'd like to share with viewers, please contact me on my email address listed below. Today's session will be on how to set up your dating app should you wish to use a dating app. Now, as I said previously in other videos, dating apps are secondary. They offer a very low probability of finding someone, and you've got to swipe many times before you find what you're looking for. So it is work. It's like a part-time job, and you've got to be mentally ready for it. So it's no good being on a dating app if you're in a depressed state, not in the right headspace, have got issues or baggage, or on edge, agitated. This is not the time to do a dating app. But if you're ready for a dating app, then mentally, then that's great. You can get onto the dating app. But I should say that you need to get into shape. Otherwise, you'll attract like for like. If you're quite large, overweight, most likely you'll have a very low market sexual value, and you'll attract like for like. But if you want to get into shape and put your best foot forward, I really recommend you working out at the gym or exercising or trying to lose weight. And there's many YouTube videos on how to lose weight, and you can go into great detail on how to do it, and there's 1,000+ lists of special diets you can go on to lose weight. But at the end of the day, it's less calories going into your body than calories going out of your body. So you've got to be very careful what you eat, and most of the time it's 80 to 90% of what you eat adds to your weight. If you work on what you eat, then you will lose a lot of weight. And one of the biggest ones for men in their 30s and 40s is alcohol. And alcohol puts on weight. And if you're a regular drinker and you have a beer every night, or spirits or whatever, wine, it puts on the weight. Cut out alcohol and you'll lose a lot of weight, or reduce it down significantly. Another one is sugary drinks. Totally not needed. Just drink water. Sugary drinks are terrible for weight loss. And the other thing is, the third thing I believe is complex carbs. Bread, potatoes, rice, pasta. They're very complicated carbohydrates, and they take a long time for your body to process and break down. And it's the worst thing to do is have those at night. And also fast foods, that's another one, big no-no. So eat healthy, fruit, vegetables, and a little bit of meat, and you'll lose a lot of weight. So it's about discipline, just keeping off the white sugar. Okay, so I take it you're in a great mental state, and you've been working out. Your body's in shape. You've got no pot belly. And most of that's attributed to a change in diet. You've been disciplined in what you eat, keeping off the white sugar, keeping off the alcohol, and you feel good. So you're ready to date. Okay, well, let's go through the dating app. There's two dating apps that are pretty dominant in the marketplace, and that's Tinder and Bumble. They're both slightly different, but also very similar. They've both got their problems. Financially, they not attracting new members as they used to, and the success rate on using those apps are very little. That's why I say the best form of meeting people is in real life, and every day we have interactions with people, and you'd be surprised who's out there, and I've dedicated a video to that. But anyway, let's talk about Bumble and Tinder. So the first thing you got to do is get your photos sorted, guys, and put some effort into it. Okay, so if you're going to present nicely, you've got to get that shirt ironed. Wash it, get the stains out. If there's no stains, wash it, iron it. And some guys wear a suit. Some people don't wear a suit. We're in era now where it's all dressed down, smart casual. I personally don't wear a suit, but there are people that wear suits, so no need to wear a suit. But look smart with the collar and it's ironed. So you have an option of 9 photos. Just use 5. You don't need to overdo it. 5, again, less is best, but make sure they're really good. The main photo of you should be one that shows your face. So I'll show my photos that I use, and you got to have a good headshot of your face. People want to see your face, and you can tell so much by a person's face. If you're round and chubby on your face, then there's a good chance that the rest of your body will be out of kilter. So make sure that when you're on a dating app, you got your face sorted, it's nice and thin, there's no chubbiness, no roundness, no double chin, and so forth. Guys, a big no wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap. People want to see your hair. If you don't have any hair and you're clean shaven, that's absolutely fine. You've been honest. And sunglasses, take them off. Come on. People want to see who they're dealing with. Don't waste people's time. So hats off, sunglasses off, full face complexion, please. The second photo should show that you're into fitness, and I've got my bike video. I like mountain biking, getting into the forest, and it's a lot of fun. The third photo can show you in your togs with your body. And what girls can expect to see underneath the sheets. So I've got a photo of myself in a pool. It was actually in Bali, and it shows the back, and it shows I've got a V-type shaped back. Girls like a bit of bulkiness to hold on to. The fourth photo is usually a group photo to show that you've got a group of friends and you have good times with, and any potential woman can be a part of that. So that's a selling point. I don't have any recent photos of that, so I've just got myself at a restaurant, again in Bali, one of my favorite tourist spots, and I'm at a restaurant, and then behind me is the sunset, and people love, especially women, love a romantic dinner with the sun going down and a nice spot by the ocean. And then the last photo I've got is like a silhouette type photo. It was shot very early in the morning, and it's in a park, and it's got my car. So with photos, don't do selfies, guys. People taking photos of themselves in the car while they're driving to work in the morning with their seatbelt on, with their safety vest on or work clothes on, that just shows lack of effort, absolute lack of effort. If you're going to put effort into it, do it properly. And any girl will project that, will look at your photos and think, oh, he puts zero effort into his photos, therefore he'll put zero effort into this relationship. So you've got to get the little basics right at the start. Also, get a proper photographer. I know iPhones have come a long way, especially the iPhone 15. It's got superb camera capabilities. If you're confident and you know what you're doing with light, and it gives you the best reflection, then go ahead and do it. I don't have the skill myself. I hired a senior student photographer who took photos of me. It was about $200, and it was money well spent. If you do a little bit of A/B testing from the photos taken by the photographer and the previous photos that I took myself with my phone, you get a lot more hits on a dating app with a professional photographer. I can assure you, and they know their game. They know lighting and when to do it, how to filter the photos and so forth. And in an era of touching up photos, you've got to be careful you don't go overboard and misrepresent yourself. So that's the photos. I've got my photos. You see my photos, and that's the sort of caliber you want to get with a photographer. Now we move on to the personal profile. Please don't tell your life story. You've got, I think there's 180 words you can say. There's always a limit. People go right to the maximum limit. There's no need to tell your life story. Women aren't interested in the life story. They only go to the life story if they find you're handsome in the photos, or if they are connected with your photos. It's going to be short and simple. Don't overword it. There's too many people. I've seen a lot of women who overword their profiles, their bios, and same as guys. I haven't looked at many guys' profiles, but you can do it, and I'd be the same, overwording of it. So just keep it very simple. And as you see with my words, it's very, very simple. Entrepreneur, making bank. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got different businesses and I'm making money. I'm a minimalist, and that's something I'm very proud of. Previously, I wasn't a minimalist. I'm an optimist. People want someone who is an optimist. Anyone that's negative about the future, complaining about the future, complaining about the government, so forth and so forth. You got to look at the big scheme of things. We're a hell of a lot better off today than we were 2,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. The life expectancy's gone up. The health treatment's more sophisticated. It can prolong your life. There's so more opportunities now. Required depth of discussion for pillow talk. That means when you've had a busy day at work and you're exhausted and you get into bed, your woman's there, you want to talk about the day's events, and you want to have some stimulating conversation. Not too stimulating because it'll keep you awake, but you want to have someone that's on the same intellectual level as you. Otherwise, you'll have a wet tea towel on your knee, and vice versa. Women that are looking for guys want the same too. And lastly, I'm looking for a feminine beauty in Lululemon gear to join me. For those that are unfamiliar with Lululemon, there's a lot of women that have Lululemon pants. It's fitness gear basically, and it's a lot of women who wear that sort of stuff are into fitness, and they look great. They look sexy. There are other brands out there, and obviously other brands are fine also. But Lululemon tends to be the most popular one in the country that I'm in. So I just love seeing women in shopping malls and cafes walking along the street with their dog, exercising at a gym in Lululemon. It looks beautiful. So that's my profile, and then we can go through the little boxes that you need to fill out too. The rest of the attributes are neither here nor there. At 95% plus would be based on the photo. When I'm swiping, if I use an app, that is, to me it's a secondary tool. If I do use the app and I am swiping, basically I just quickly look at the photos. No, swipe left, and it's 97% plus of profiles I come across. I just swipe left. So I won't talk about how to search for women or what to look for in women from their photos. That's a different video. But what I will say is that dating apps are a bit like fishing. I don't know whether you've had any experience with fishing from a boat, but you can go to a place in the water in your boat and you have you're fishing there for 2 hours, 3 hours, and there's no bites, right? The next day or a week later, a month later, you go back to exactly the same spot. It's similar conditions, similar tide, similar sun, and you drop your lines and you get a bite every 3 to 5 minutes, and you get quite a few fish. So what I'm saying is that with dating apps, you can have no replies for 1 to 2 weeks, or even a month, and then all of a sudden you get 5 to 10 replies in a month. It's just to do with the crop of people that are actively looking, in terms of females that are looking for guys at any given time. It's completely variable. And now also location. You might be in a small town and there may be a very small selection pool. If you go to a bigger city, you may have a greater chance of getting likes or catching up with someone. And also country. There's a huge difference if you go to a different country. Some countries you may not get anything at all. In other countries you get 100 likes within 60 minutes, and I can tell that based on going to Bangkok. Left my hometown, went to Bangkok, and between going from the airport to my hotel room, which took about an hour, I had travel mode on the apps. That means that when you travel, it gives you a location and the city you're at. By the time I got to the hotel room, I had 100 likes. And so it depends on what country you're in also. So that's also another story that I can tell in another video. But I hope I've given you some tips on how to get started and how to put your best foot forward for a dating app. Until next time, take care.